But also on the back, you have those camera setups, and the iPhone 6s Plus has a single 12 megapixel lens, where the iPhone 12 mini has a dual camera setup, a 12 megapixel wide angle lens, then that 12 megapixel ultra wide sensor. And looking at those, I mean, what I can definitely tell you is that first of all, with the iPhone 6s Plus, there's not like a perfect way of saying this, but it definitely isn't a ugly or horrible or outdated camera. It's probably outdated, but it's not an ugly camera setup. And I have to give a lot of props to the iPhone 6s Plus, because this was technically the first iPhone to actually come out and bring a 4K camera setup for our iPhones. And I think that's something that was really, really important. I loved seeing those type of things, and having that type of capability is really cool. Now, you are able to not really do too much when it comes down to the capability behind it, because it's pretty much the same thing. It doesn't really have too many, crazy features or anything. It does have, like 4K at 30 and stuff like that, but you don't have portrait mode, you don't have night mode, you don't really have anything like that. So when it comes down to that, you're very stuck on just very basic features at the end of the day. Where the iPhone 12 mini, on the other hand, has so much more capability. First of all, it has a whole additional lens to it. You have that ultra wide sensor, which is really, really nice. And I like having that type of capability on a phone like this, because it just adds so much more character to the device. Now, on top of that, you are able to do 4K at 60, which I think at that end of itself is another really awesome feature. And you can even do 4K at 60 on the front of the iPhone 12 mini, where the 6s Plus can't even do 4K at 60 on the back. It can do 4K on the front. It's a 5 megapixel sensor on the 6s Plus, and it only taps out at 1080p. So for sure, when it comes down to it, you're getting a far better camera setup on the iPhone 12 mini than on the iPhone 6s Plus for sure. And that is something that's very, very important. When you have a device like the iPhone 12 mini, you can just quickly take that camera out, focus in, take it, and move on with your life. You don't have to worry about, editing the photos too much after on the 6s Plus. So for sure, when it comes down to it, the 12 mini has a far better camera setup for sure. Now,